I never thought my own flesh and blood would turn a knife in my heart the way my son did.
I'm Tom Harlan.
A 58-year-old custodian at Sunset Ridge Elementary in Sedona, Arizona, the same school where my late wife, Laura, taught third grade for over 2 decades. The red rocks and vast skies of the American Southwest were our backdrop, a place where the sunsets painted everything in hues of fire and gold. But on that crisp December morning in 2025, the fire was in my gut as I watched my boy, Ryan, destroy what was left of Laura's memory. It started simple enough. I'd wake up at dawn, slip into my khaki uniform with a school patch on the chest, and head out to my beat-up Ford F-150. The drive through the winding canyons always cleared my head, reminding me of the hikes Laura and I took back when we first moved here from Phoenix in the 90s. She loved the desert blooms after a rare rain, saying they proved life could thrive anywhere. Ryan, though, he saw Sedona as a dead-end town, full of tourists and new-age hippies chasing vortex energy. At 32, he was back living with me after a string of failed startups, crashing in what used to be Laura's sewing room. Laura passed 3 years ago from ovarian cancer, fighting like hell till the end. She was the heart of our family, the one who turned our modest ranch-style home on Oak Creek Road into a haven. We'd scraped by on her teacher's salary and my janitorial pay, but we owned the place outright. No small feat in this pricey tourist spot. Ryan never appreciated that. He'd roll his eyes at my job, calling me Pops like it was a joke. Come on,
Tom.
you're pushing 60. Time to hang up the mop and get with the times, he'd say, lounging on the couch with his laptop, dreaming of crypto riches. The first crack showed a month back. Ryan had his buddies over, Kyle, Derek, and some girl with tattoos up her arms. They were huddled around the kitchen table, yapping about NFTs and blockchain like they were the next Warren Buffett. I was fixing a leaky faucet in the background when Ryan piped up. My old man's still stuck in the Stone Age. Thinks hard work's the ticket to the good life. They chuckled, and he kept going. He's hoarding all mom's crap like it's gold. Awards, mugs from kids, total junk. Grief's got him acting loopy. Junk, Laura's collection of 52 coffee mugs, each gifted by a student with a handwritten note inside. World's best teacher. You changed my life. Mrs. Harlan. She poured her soul into those kids. Staying late for tutoring, buying supplies out of pocket when the district skimped. And the awards? Plaques from the Arizona Education Association. Teacher of the Year twice. But to Ryan, it was clutter. What he didn't know, what I'd kept buried, was how Laura saved his life. When he was 9, back in 2003, Ryan's kidneys failed from a genetic glitch. Doctors at Phoenix Children's Hospital gave him weeks without a transplant. Laura matched perfectly. She donated without a second thought, enduring the surgery and recovery in silence. Don't tell him, Tom, she whispered in her hospital bed. I don't want him growing up feeling indebted. Just let him be a kid. We told Ryan it was routine surgery for a tummy issue. The scars matched, hers hidden under blouses. His dismissed as childhood roughhousing. And then there was the inheritance. Laura's folks, originally from a small town in New Mexico, had left her a ranch property up near Santa Fe. It sat idle for years due to probate tangles. But last spring, the deed cleared through a Albuquerque law firm, valued at $1.8 million now, with mineral rights that could fetch more, if leased. I'd been getting quarterly updates from the attorney, Mr.
Garcia.
Laura never cashed in. She wanted it for Ryan's future. But after seeing his attitude, I held off telling him. The pressure built around Thanksgiving. Ryan stormed into the living room one evening, phone in hand. I need 12 grand.
Pops.
This mining rig with my pal Ethan, it's a sure thing in crypto. Double our money in months. I was polishing Laura's old oak desk, the one where she'd grade papers under the lamp's warm glow.
Son.
We don't have that kind of cash lying around.
He scoffed.
What about Mom's life insurance? That 40K policy from the school? It's just rotting in savings. That policy was our safety net, mortgage buffer, emergency fund. It's not for gambling. Ryan. His face hardened. Gambling? This is investing. Old man. Mom thought small. Scraping by on peanuts. Look where it got her. Dead at 55 with nothing to show but dusty trophies. Nothing? Laura had turned struggling kids into believers. Hosting summer reading clubs on our porch. Advocating for special ed funding at board meetings. But Ryan saw mediocrity. If you won't invest, maybe we sell this place, he pressed. Market's booming with all the California transplants. We could cash out at $450K. Easy. Our home. Where Laura planted succulents in the yard and hung wind chimes that sang in the desert breeze.
No way.
But he brought a realtor over anyway, a slick guy in a polo shirt who poked around like he owned it. Great views. But needs updating, he said to Ryan, ignoring me. After he left, Ryan cornered me. You're being selfish. Clinging to ghosts. Mom's gone. Time to move on. The blow-up came a week later. I was dusting Laura's portrait from her last award ceremony when Ryan burst in, fuming about a rejected loan app. This is your fault. If you'd loosen up on Mom's junk, we could flip this house. He grabbed a mug from the shelf. Thanks for believing in me, and smashed it on the floor.
See?
Worthless. I snapped. That mug was from a kid Laura helped through dyslexia. She gave everything for people, for you. He laughed bitterly. Gave what? Bedtime stories? Big deal. I touched his side, where the scar hid under his shirt. More than that.
Son.
Way more. Confusion flickered. What are you talking about? I spilled it, the kidney, the hospital in Phoenix, Laura's quiet heroism. His eyes widened, then narrowed.
Bull.
You'd have told me. She didn't want guilt hanging over you. He backed away.
Pale.
But the seed was planted. For a day, he was quiet. I hoped it sank in. But no, next morning, he accused me of manipulation. Convenient story to dodge giving me money. Prove it. I could have shown the medical records in the safe. But his sneer stopped me. Even if true, it doesn't chain me to this life. That's when I knew respect wasn't coming easy. The tension simmered like a summer storm over the Verde Valley. Ryan retreated to his room, blasting podcasts on financial freedom while I swept the school halls. Laura's old classroom 112 still echoing with her laughter in my mind. Kids would stop me sometimes. Mr. Harlan. My mom says Mrs. Harlan was the best teacher ever. It kept her alive for me. But Ryan? He doubled down. 2 days after a fight, I overheard him on a call. Yeah. Pops dropped this wild tale about Mom donating a kidney to me as a kid. Total guilt trip to keep the cash. Laughter from the other end. My blood boiled, but I held back. Laura's voice in my head. Patience.
Tom.
He's lost without guidance. Then came the live stream. December 12th. A Saturday. I was at the hardware store picking up paint for the porch when my phone buzzed with alerts. Ryan's social media, he had a modest following from his hustle culture posts, lit up with a live video titled Decluttering Dead Weight, Honoring the Past or Holding On? Curious, I tuned in from the parking lot. There he was, in our living room, camera angled at Laura's shelf. Hey.
Squad.
Today we're talking real talk about moving forward. My mom's stuff awards. Mugs. Letters from kids. It's all just sentimental junk holding us back. He picked up a plaque. Teacher of the Year. 2015.
Cool.
But what did it achieve? Zilch in the bank. He tossed it into a trash bag. Viewers cheered in the chat. Yes. Purge that energy. Make room for gains. My hands shook. He grabbed a stack of thank you cards from students, heartfelt notes about how Laura helped them through bullying, divorce, learning struggles. Listen to this. You saved my confidence. Mrs. Harlan.
Que.
But naive. Life's about stacking paper, not feel-goods. He shredded them on camera, mimicking kids' voices in mockery. Her whole career? Mediocre at best. Dead weight. Literally, dead weight. The woman who gave him life twice over. Comments poured in. 500 viewers. Then 800. Inspiring. Bro, but a few. That's harsh on your mom. Ryan shrugged. She's gone. Time to level up. He smashed 3 mugs for effect, laughing as shards flew. This is liberation. I sped home, heart pounding like thunder over the canyons. Bursting in, I yelled, "What the hell? Ryan?" He ended the stream abruptly.
Smirking.
Just content.
Pops.
Got 1,000 views, my best yet. You trashed your mother's legacy. He rolled his eyes. Legacy? She was a teacher in bumfuck Arizona.
No fortune. No fame.
If she'd been smart, we'd be set. That's when I decided. Secrets have their time. Sit down.
Son.
I pulled out the medical file from the closet, yellowed papers from Phoenix Children's. Surgeon's notes. Photos of Laura post-op. Her scar mirroring his. Read it. His cockiness faded as he scanned. Donor match. Successful transplant. Laura's name bolded.
This.
This is real?
She saved you.
Never wanted thanks, just you healthy. Tears welled. But he pushed back. Why hide it? To let you live free.
But now?
You need to know what you destroyed. He stormed out, slamming the door. That night, the video went viral locally, shared on Sedona community pages, then statewide. Former students chimed in. Mrs. Harlan changed my life. How dare he? By Monday, backlash hit. Ryan's phone blew up with hate comments. Ungrateful punk. Your mom deserved better. He laughed it off at first. Haters gonna hate free publicity. But jobs dried up. His freelance gig in digital marketing? Cancelled. The boss, a dad whose kid Laura taught, emailed, "Can't associate with that disrespect." I met with Mr. Garcia, the lawyer, that week. The ranch is yours to handle.
Tom.
Laura's will leaves it to you as trustee for family benefit. Clear as day under New Mexico law. No contests without proof of undue influence. And Ryan had none. But Laura's intent? Use it wisely, she'd said before passing. I pondered revealing it. But Ryan's attitude sealed it. He confronted me days later. This kidney thing's blowing up my life. People are boycotting me. Actions have consequences.
Son.
Help me fix it. Post something supportive. I shook my head. You fix it by changing. He left in a huff, crashing at Kyle's. Christmas came quiet. I spent it volunteering at the school toy drive.
L'hora est tradition.
Ryan texted, "Merry Christmas." Thinking about mom. Progress? Maybe. But the video hit 50K views, sparking podcasts on ungrateful kids. A local news crew interviewed me. Laura was a hero. Her sacrifice deserves honor. Ryan's world crumbled further. Kyle kicked him out after his parents saw the video. Motels turned him away. We knew Laura. Can't rent to you. He slept in his Jeep, parked in remote canyons. Unemployment checks? Denied after a background check flagged the scandal. Arizona's at-will employment meant companies ghosted him legally. I felt the weight. Revenge tasted bitter. Laura wouldn't want destruction, just growth. So I started the Laura Harlan Scholarship Fund, seeding it with ranch sale proceeds. Sold to a conservation group for $1.9 million. Proceeds funneled through a nonprofit trust, tax-free. Irrevocable under IRS rules. It'd help underprivileged kids in the Southwest pursue education, echoing Laura's passion. Word spread. Donations poured in. Ryan called. Desperate. Pops.
I'm sorry.
Tell me about the inheritance. Maybe it fixes this. I sighed. It's gone to the fund. For kids like the ones Laura saved. Silence. But that's mine.
No. Son.
It was hers to give. Learn from it. The desert winds howled through Sedona's red rocks like whispers of judgment as winter deepened. Ryan's fall accelerated, but so did glimmers of hope. I'd see him around town, haggard, avoiding eyes at the grocery store where cashiers who'd known Laura gave him the cold shoulder. Can't serve you, one said once. Out of respect for your mom. Legally. They couldn't refuse. But social shunning? That's small-town America. By January, the story nationalized. A Phoenix affiliate ran a segment, Son's Viral Betrayal of Hero Mom. They interviewed Dr. Patel, the transplant surgeon now retired in Tucson. Laura Harlan's donation was selfless. She recovered remarkably, never seeking acclaim. Viewers donated to the fund, pushing it over $200,000. Former students shared stories online. Mrs. Harlan tutored me for free when my folks lost their jobs in the recession. She fought for my IEP when no one else would. Ryan hit rock bottom mid-month. His Jeep got towed for parking violations in a state park, fines he couldn't pay. He showed up at our door one rainy night, soaked and shivering. Pops.
Please.
I got nowhere. I let him in, handed him coffee from one of Laura's surviving mugs. Why'd you do it?
So?
Tears streamed. I was angry.
Broke.
Thought going viral would launch me. Didn't think about her. Or you.
Vi tok till dawn.
I showed more proof. The will, ranch docs. Mom left it for family. But after what you did. He nodded.
Broken.
I get it. I was entitled.
But the kidney. God.
She gave me life. For the first time, gratitude shone through. I want to make amends. Legally. Things clarified. No crimes, just public fallout. But Arizona's defamation laws? If he'd lied about Laura, I could have sued. But he hadn't. His words were opinion. Protected speech. Instead, I focused on healing. Join me at the fund's launch, I suggested. He hesitated. People hate me. Face it. That's growth. The event at Sunset Ridge was packed. Parents, teachers, even the mayor. I spoke. Laura believed in second chances. Her sacrifice wasn't just for Ryan, but for all kids. Ryan stood in back, head low. After, a former student approached him. Your mom helped my son too. Don't waste her gift. It hit him. Ryan moved into a tiny apartment in Cottonwood, funded by odd jobs, landscaping. Nothing glamorous. He volunteered at the school, cleaning up after events. Like you.
Pops, he said wryly.
Slowly. Whispers shifted. He's trying. I helped legally, connected him with a pro bono counselor through the fund's network, addressing grief and entitlement under Arizona mental health resources. By spring, the ranch sale finalized. Proceeds endowed scholarships for 15 kids yearly. Ryan applied for one, not for himself, but to sponsor a mentee program. Teach and what I learned the hard way. Gratitude ain't optional. The board approved, seeing redemption. But old wounds lingered. One night, over barbecue on the porch, watching stars blanket the desert, he asked, "Do you forgive me?" I paused. Forgiveness is earned.
Sans.
But love, that's unconditional, like your mom's. He hugged me. First time in years.
이미세야.
Wish I could have thanked her. The lesson settled light. Sacrifice echoes beyond one life. Laura's kidney kept Ryan breathing. Her memory kept him growing. No dramatic ruin, just quiet rebuild. The southwest sun rose anew each day, reminding us change comes with the winds. As summer heat baked the Arizona earth, Ryan's transformation took root like a resilient saguaro. The fund thrived, national grants rolled in, expanding to cover medical costs for donor families, nodding to Laura's transplant. Legally sound, with a 501c3 setup reviewed by Garcia's firm, ensuring every dollar traced transparently.
Ryan Dovein.
Coordinating events. At a fundraiser hike through Boynton Canyon, he shared his story publicly for the first time. I trashed my mom's memory online, blind to her sacrifices. She donated a kidney to save me, left an inheritance I didn't deserve. But Pops turned it into this fund. I was the dead weight. Now I'm trying to lift others. Attendees applauded warily at first, then warmly. Social media shifted. Redemption arc? Give the guy a chance. I watched proudly, but cautiously. Don't rush it.
Sans.
Real change sticks. He nodded. Attending AA-style support groups for adult children of loss, mandated by his counselor under state guidelines. No legal mandates, just personal commitment. Tensions eased at home. We renovated the porch together, hanging new wind chimes like Laura's old ones. Remember when Mom made us stargaze? He asked one evening. Said the Milky Way was nature's reminder we're small but connected. I smiled.
She was wise like that.
A plot twist came in July. An anonymous donor matched the fund's total, inspired by Ryan's confession. Turned out to be a tech mogul from Scottsdale, whose kid Laura taught. Your son's turnaround proves legacies evolve, the note read. Ryan used it to start a mentorship program, pairing at-risk youth with volunteers, echoing Laura's tutoring. But forgiveness tested us. Old friends distanced, some jobs still ghosted him. It's fair, he admitted. Consequences linger. Legally. He explored expunging the video under right-to-be-forgotten precedents. But platforms resisted, free speech won. Instead, he posted an apology video. I was wrong. Mom was a hero. Learn from my mistake. Honor those who give everything.
By fall,
Ryan landed steady work at a nonprofit in Flagstaff, advocating for education reform. Like Mom would have wanted, he dated cautiously. A teacher from Prescott who knew the story. She sees the real me now, he said. I reflected on the villa,
ranch.
Selling it wasn't revenge, it was extension. Laura's will allowed discretion. And under probate law, no contest clause held firm. Ryan never challenged. Instead, he visited the site pre-sale, scattering wildflower seeds. For her, the light lesson? Life's not about payback, but pay forward. Laura's sacrifice taught that love bends, doesn't break. In the vast western expanse, where canyons carve deep but rivers heal, we found our path. Winter returned gently to Sedona, snow dusting the red rocks like powdered sugar on Laura's favorite prickly pear jam. The fund hit milestones, 50 scholarships awarded, a medical wing named after her at Phoenix Children's. Ryan spoke at the dedication. My mom's gift saved me twice, once physically, once spiritually. Don't wait to appreciate yours. Our bond mended like mended fences after storm. Family dinners became routine, grilled steaks under the stars, sharing laughs and regrets. I was lost in greed, he confessed. The stream was my low point. I nodded. And your turning point. Legally. Closure came. Garcia closed the estate fully, with Ryan signing off on the trust, no resentment. It's right where it belongs. He even donated his first paycheck to the fund. A surprise, Ryan proposed to his girlfriend at Laura's memorial bench in the school garden. With your blessing.
Pops.
Tears flowed. The wedding, small in a canyon chapel, honored Laura, mugs as favors, etched with her quotes. The story's end wasn't vengeance, but virtue. Ryan mentored kids, teaching financial literacy with heart. Wealth without gratitude is empty. I retired partly, consulting for the fund. In the quiet desert nights, I felt Laura's presence. Her lesson light. Sacrifice seeds growth, forgiveness waters it. In the American West's wide-open spaces, we learned family indoors, reshaped by trials. Ryan's betrayal birthed betterment for him, for us, for strangers touched by her echo. And so, under endless skies, we moved forward, honoring the woman who gave without end.